Okay, good evening guys. Welcome to our slightly earlier time of 6 p.m. on our Tuesday evening. Welcome to your Yoga Every Hour flow. My name is Emma. We're going to be doing a 45-minute flow this evening, and it's going to be focused around some twists and some folds tonight. So it's a Vinyasa flow, so it's all about connecting the breath with your movement. I'm not going to be playing any music in the background, so please do feel free to pop some music on if you would like. If you need to rest at any point during your practice, then you're going to come into one of two poses. So the first one is your child's pose. So from your tabletop position, where your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips, if you just sink those hips backwards, that's your child's pose. You can take an extended version with your arms out long, or you can bring your arms down by your side. And then your other resting pose is your downward facing dog. So from your tabletop position, you're just going to tuck those toes under and lift those hips to the sky. So the hands and the feet stay exactly where they were. And you just lift those hips upwards into your downward facing dog. Or if you struggle in any other pose, just come out of the pose, come into a different one and come back into it when you feel like you can. It's your flow, it's your time. So just take it as you wish. Perfect. So let's begin. So we're just going to come into a nice comfortable seat. So if you can cross your legs and do that. And then we're just going to lengthen our spine, push our chest forwards. Take a nice deep inhale, roll the shoulders backwards. And then as you exhale, bow the chin to the chest and close those eyes. So you can either keep your hands on your legs, on your knees, or maybe you want to bring your right hand to your heart center, to your chest, and just place your left hand on top of it. Or maybe you want to take your Namaste Mudra, so bring your hands together in prayer position. Push those thumbs into your heart center, into your sternum. And wherever you are, just take a moment to slow down. And just take your own natural breathing pattern. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. And just try and slow down that busy mind. And just acknowledge any thoughts that you have, but just let them go in this moment. Slow down those thoughts. And just bring yourself into the present moment, just you on your mat. Leaving the day thus far behind you. And no worries about what the future holds. From here, take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. And again, inhale. Feel that chest rise and exhale, feeling the chest fall. This time we're going to inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale completely for 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take one more nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. As you exhale, melt those hands down to your knees. And we're going to lift the head. You can blink the eyes open or you can keep them closed. And as you inhale, you're going to tilt your head all the way backwards, look up towards the sky. And then exhale, drop that chin to the chest. And again, inhale, look up, drop the head back. And exhale, drop the chin to the chest. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Keep that chin there, lengthen the spine, engage the core, draw the belly button inwards. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, interlace those fingers, and as you exhale, place those hands to the back of your head. Let those elbows drop downwards as you feel the stretch in the back of your neck. Try not to add any extra pressure here, just let the weight of your elbows be enough. And as you exhale, just feeling any tension in the back of your neck just melting away. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale one more time and exhale, release those hands, lift the head again. You can blink the eyes open, you can keep them closed. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, reach upwards, lengthen through that spine. And then as you exhale, we're taking our first twist to the right hand side. So the right hand comes behind us, the left hand comes to the right knee, gaze over the right shoulder. Draw that belly button inwards and lengthen through the spine, open the chest. Pull the crown with the head upwards as you stay grounded through your sit bones on your mats. Take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, release, come back to center. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky, reach up, creating space in your body. And exhale, let's twist to the left this time, bringing the left hand behind you. The right hand comes to the left knee, push that chest open. You can use that right hand to push into the left knee, draw the belly button inwards, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head upwards, and stay nice and grounded. Feel that twist in your spine, inhale, and as you exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further as you release tension from the body. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale, come back to center. Inhale, let's raise those hands to the sky. And as you exhale, melt those hands down to your knees. Inhale, look up, arch through the spine. We'll take some seated cat-cows. And then as you exhale, round through the spine, bring the chin to the chest, draw the belly button inwards. Inhale, look up, arch the spine, push into your knees with your hands. Exhale, chin comes to the chest, round through the spine. Inhale, look up, arch the spine. Exhale, chin comes to the chest, round through the spine. And again, inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Just continue this with your own breath pattern. Maybe you want to start to draw circles here, if that feels good for you today. And if you're drawing circles, make sure you take those circles in both directions. And just do 2 more rounds of breath here. And then return to a neutral spine, sit up nice and tall. And then from here, we're just going to take our legs out nice and long. So point those toes upwards towards the sky. And we're going to take our first forward fold of our practice. So let's inhale, raise those hands to the sky, lengthen through the spine, engage the core. And then as you exhale, your hands are going to stay beside your ears. As you hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards your toes. Feel that stretch in the back of your legs. You can bend those knees if you need to. And just hold here wherever you can without moving those arms from beside the ears. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release those arms. The torso stays where it is. Gaze towards the toes and let's work into this pose. So take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, maybe you can sink a little bit further, gazing towards those toes. Maybe if you have a strap or a band, you can wrap that around your feet to pull yourself a little bit closer. But the aim is to get the chest down first, then the chin, then the forehead. So So gazing towards the toes stops us from trying to reach our forehead to our knees and rounding through our spine. Perfect. Hold here. Take a nice deep inhale. Creating space. Exhale, sinking into that space. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale, bring yourself back up. Roll those shoulders when you get to the top. Perfect. From here, we're just going to put a bend into our right knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor, and you're going to take hold of the big toe with your two-piece fingers of your right hand, so your middle finger and your index finger. Keep those left toes pointed to the sky. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to lift the right foot off of the mat. Keep that spine nice and long. We're just going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, put a bend into that knee, bring that foot behind you and place it next to your sit bone. Perfect. Just bring that knee a little bit closer to your left knee. Keep the left toes pointed to the sky. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, reach those hands to the sky. And then again, as we exhale, try and keep those arms beside our ears. Hinge at the hips, gaze towards the toes, fold forward. You can bend that knee if you need to. Take a nice deep inhale wherever you are. Exhale, release the hands, keep the torso where it is. And hold here, feeling that stretch down the back of your left leg and in your lower back. Try and keep both sit bones grounded. Perfect. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe you can sink a little bit further. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Let's come back to center. Brilliant. And then we're just going to bring the right leg back round and bring it next to the left. And then we're going to take the other side. So put a bend into that left knee. Sole of the foot comes to the floor. Take hold of your big toe with your two-piece fingers of your left hand. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen the spine, engage the core. And then as you exhale, lift that leg upwards. So you can have a slight bend in the leg if that feels good for you. And just keep that spine nice and long. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, bend into that knee, take the foot behind you, bring it next to your left sit bone. Point those right toes to the sky, bring that left knee in close to the right. Take a nice deep inhale, reach upwards, the arms come beside the ears, lengthening the spine. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards your toes. Keep the arms beside the ears for as long as you can as you fold forwards. When you reach to wherever you can, take a nice deep inhale and exhale, release the hands. Maybe they come to the foot, maybe they come to the shin, maybe you want to rest them on the mat. And you can put a bend into that right knee if you need to, or you can use a strap or a band to wrap around your foot. And let's just hold here, working into this pose. So take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, sinking a little bit further. And again, inhale. And exhale. And one more nice big inhale, exhale, come back to center. Perfect. So from here, the left leg's going to stay where it is. We're going to bring the right leg back to meet it, so where it was before. So put a bend into that right knee, and the right foot comes next to the right sit bone. So from here, take your knees out as wide as the mat, and we're going to keep our spine nice and long. If this is playing up your knees or anything, then you can just come out of this pose. Just take a wide-legged seated forward fold. So take a nice deep inhale here. Maybe you stay here, or maybe as you exhale, you can walk those hands forwards and sink a little bit further into this pose. Maybe you can come down onto the forearms. Maybe you come to the chest. Maybe the forehead comes down, but try and keep those sit bones grounded wherever you are. And just use your breath to move a little bit deeper into the pose. So feeling this stretch in your hips here. Again, if it's too much on the knees, just come out of it and just take your wide-legged forward fold instead. And just hold here and breathe. So just a few more breaths, just sinking into this pose. So take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, maybe you can walk those fingers a little bit further. And one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, walk those hands back towards your hips. And then from here, we're going to lean backwards. So place your hands behind you. Maybe you're just going to stay here, or maybe as you exhale, you can sink down onto those forearms. Maybe you come all the way down onto your back, but try and keep those knees grounded onto the floor wherever you are. So you don't want the knees to come up off of the mat. So wherever you are, and just hold where that is. Maybe when we've done this before, it's felt different. Maybe you feel tighter today. Maybe it feels better. No 2 days are ever the same. So just take it to whatever you can today and know that that's absolutely fine. And wherever you are today is exactly where you need to be. And take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, maybe you can sink a little bit further. Using your breath with your movement. And take one more nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, just gently push yourself back up. So if you're lying down, coming back onto your forearms first, then onto the palms of your hands, and then sitting all the way up. Perfect. From here, we're going to inhale, raise those hands to the sky. Exhale, just lift the hips, place the hands in front of you, and we're going to come into our tabletop position. Nice. And from here, we're going to go into our next twist. So as you inhale, raise your right hand to the sky, look upwards, and then exhale, thread that arm over to the left. We're not going to stay here just yet. So inhale, reach that hand to the sky, gaze upwards, exhale, thread that arm through to the left. And again, inhale, look up, gaze upwards, right arm to the sky, exhale, thread it through. And one more time, inhale, right fingers go to the sky, look up, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then as you exhale, thread that arm across. This time you can rest the right cheek down to the mat. Really reach those right fingertips to the left. And the left hand can stay where it is, or you can inhale, reach that hand to the sky, and then exhale, bring it behind you. So try and take hold of the right thigh with the left hand and really push that left shoulder backwards. So creating a little bit more of a twist, opening the chest, opening the heart. And we're just going to hold here, taking some nice deep breaths, sinking into the mat and feeling into the pose. So really working that left shoulder backwards. If your mind has wandered here at all, then just bring it back to the present moment. Again, acknowledge your thoughts, but just let them go. Be present. Be in the moment. Take one more nice deep inhale here. Exhale, release that left hand, place it back to the mat, and push yourself back up into your tabletop position. Perfect. From here, we take the other side, so we stay grounded through the right hand this time. As we inhale, lift the left hand to the sky, gaze upwards, so really push that left shoulder back, and then exhale, thread that arm over to the right. Inhale, reach the left hand to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, thread that arm through to the right. Inhale, reach the hand to the sky, look up. Exhale, threading it through. And again, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, thread that arm through to the right. And one more time, inhale, reach that hand to the sky. This time we hold. Push that shoulder backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, thread that arm through to the right hand side. Rest the left cheek down onto the mat. The right hand can stay where it is, or we can inhale, reach that arm to the sky, and then exhale, try and take hold of the left thigh with the right hand. Really push that right shoulder backwards. Open through the chest. Feel that twist. And just hold here. Breathing. And again, with every exhale, creating space in the body. Sinking into the pose. Melting into your mat. Your next exhale, maybe you can push that right shoulder a little bit further back. Let's take one more nice deep inhale here, and then exhale, release the right hand back down to the mat and push yourself back up into your tabletop position. From here, tuck your toes under, take a nice deep inhale, and then exhale, just push your hips back onto your heels, and then just rock from side to side, so feeling that stretch through all of your toes, through the back of your feet. Just take a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Inhale, exhale, come back into your tabletop position. Keep those toes tucked under. Take a nice deep inhale. The palms and the feet stay exactly where they are. As we exhale, just lift the hips to the sky. As we come into our first downward facing dog of the practice. So bend through those knees, walk through the knees, walk the dog. Shake those hips from side to side. And shake the head, yes, shake the head, no. We want to be gazing towards our belly button, really lifting those hips upwards, pushing down through our palms, pushing down through our feet. It doesn't matter if the heels don't get down to the mat, that's absolutely fine. Mine don't reach the mat. They never have, they probably never will. And that's absolutely fine. And just melt that chest downwards towards the mat. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale. On your next inhale, gaze forwards, bend through those knees, and we're just going to walk those feet to the top of the mat. Exhale here in your standing forward fold. Take hold of the opposite elbows with the palms of your hands, and let the crown of the head sink downwards towards the mat. Rock from side to side, forwards and backwards. Just allowing your spine to lengthen. Feeling that stretch in the back of your legs. Bend those knees if that feels good. And just hold here. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, feeling all that tension just melting away. Exiting the body. Take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, place those palms to the mat. And then as you inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, standing up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders when you get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. And exhale, draw those hands together at heart center. Inhale, we reach the hands to the sky. As you exhale, bring those hands behind you, interlace the fingers, push palms together. Take a nice deep inhale, push the chest forwards. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forwards again, bringing the crown of the head downwards towards the mat, gaze towards your knees, and push those hands forwards. Feel that stretch in your shoulders. And hold here, inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Let's stand up nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, keep your hands interlaced together. You're going to bring your hands to your right hip. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then you're going to gaze over your right shoulder. So you're pulling your hands to the right hand side, gazing over your right shoulder and feeling that pull in your left arm. And just hold here, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, release. Take the hands to the other side so they come to the left hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. Pulling those hands around to the left. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards that mat. Inhale, let's come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, either step or jump back into your high plank. Bend through the elbows, keep them nice and close to your chest. Lower yourself down through your chaturanga, or you can take knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. We're on the back of our hands, the palms of our hands, the back of our feet. Hips are lifted and shoulders are away from the ears. Take a nice deep exhale. Let's come into our downward facing dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, raise that right leg to the sky. And then exhale, step that foot forward to the front of the mat. Raise the hands to the sky. Let's come into a high lunge. Perfect. Inhale here. Exhale, those hands come together at heart center. The right knee's over the right ankle. Take a nice deep in breath. And then as you exhale, we come into our twist. So our left elbow comes to our right thigh. Push downwards into that thigh. Try and bring your hands together at heart center. And gaze upwards if you can. So trying to keep that right knee to a 90-degree angle, nice and strong through that back leg. In your lunge. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And then as you exhale, pivot your feet to face the left side of your mat. So the long edge of your mat, slightly pigeon toe those feet inwards. So toes inwards, heels outwards. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So we don't want the palms of our hands to be out in front of us. We want to walk them inwards so they're in between our feet. The crown of the head points downwards. So we're trying to get the crown of the head as close to the mat as possible and gaze through our legs. So we can hold here, inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. From here, we're going to walk our hands over to the right foot. Place your left hand on your right foot. And as you inhale, reach your right hand to the sky. Gaze upwards towards those right fingertips. Push that right shoulder backwards. Coming into our twist. Breathe here, inhale. Exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further. Look upwards. Strong in those legs. And take one more nice deep inhale, exhale, release that pose. Walk the hands back to center and then walk those hands over to the left foot. So the right hand comes to the left foot. Inhale, reach the left fingertips to the sky, gaze upwards towards that hand. Push the left shoulder backwards. Draw the belly button inwards, feel that twist. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further. Take the gaze upwards. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, release. Bring the hands back to center. Inhale, place those hands onto your waist. And then exhale, stand up nice and tall. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. And then exhale, bring those hands behind you, interlace the fingers, push the palms together. Take a nice deep inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, fold forwards to the same as we did before, but with wide legs this time. And we're going to take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, put a bend into those elbows. Bring those hands to your right hip again, your right waist. And again, we're going to gaze over our right shoulder. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, straighten those arms back out again, push them forwards, and then exhale, put a bend back into the elbows, bring the hands to the left waist, gaze over the left shoulder. Breathe here, inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale, melt those hands down to the mat. Place the hands to your hips and stand up nice and tall. Perfect. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, pivot those feet back to the top of the mat. Come back into your standing high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, melt those hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left in your high plank. And we're going to bend through those elbows. Lower yourself down through your chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, lift the hips to the sky. Come into your downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, raise the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Raise those hands to the sky, high lunge. So we've got a 90-degree bend in the left leg this time. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Breathe here, inhale. And as you exhale, take a twist to the left. So the right elbow comes to the left thigh. Push down into that leg. Try and bring the hands together at heart center. Try not to lose that form. So the left knee is over the left ankle. Gaze upwards if you can. Challenge your balance. Stay nice and strong through that right leg. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. And then exhale, this time pivot those feet to the right side of your mat. This time we point our toes outwards, the heels point inwards. So we inhale, reach, creating space. And then as you exhale, sinking down into your goddess pose. So cactus those arms, then through the knees. Push those knees backwards. Hold here. So push the elbows, the shoulders backwards. Push the chest forwards. Try and keep that spine nice and long. Perfect. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, lengthen through the legs. And then exhale, we go again, bend through the knees, cactus those arms. Maybe this time you can sink a little bit further into your goddess pose. Try and keep that spine as straight as you can. Gaze forwards, the crown of the head is lifted. Pull all of the fingers apart, stretch through the palms of your hands. Nice and strong in those legs. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the hands to the sky. And then we're just going to pivot our feet, come back into our high lunge. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat to meet the left. Bring the hands together at heart center. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards your mat. Bend those knees if you need to. Hold here, take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. And then from here, we're going to straighten through the right leg, put a little bend into the left knee. And as we inhale, we'll reach the right hand to the sky, gaze upwards towards those fingertips. Push that right shoulder backwards. Feel the stretch in the back of your right leg. Hold here and breathe. So with each exhale, maybe you can push that right shoulder a little bit further back. And take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, release the right hand back down to the mat. Straighten through the left leg, put a little bend into the right knee. Take a nice deep inhale, reach the left hand to the sky. This time gaze upwards. Push the left shoulder backwards. Feel that stretch down the back of your left leg. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale. Maybe you can twist a little bit further. Hold here, draw that belly button inwards, engage the core. And take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, release that hand back down to the mat. And then we're going to inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders as you get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Bend those knees if you need to. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, step or jump back into your high plank, where we're going to hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend through those elbows, slowly lower yourself down, so keep the elbows nice and close to your chest. Take your chaturanga. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog, hips are lifted. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, drop those knees to the mat, take them nice and wide, so feet come together, knees are as wide as the mat, and sink backwards into your child pose. So let those hips melt downwards towards your heels. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then as you exhale, we're just going to walk the hands over to the right hand side. So the chest comes over the right thigh, and really walk those fingertips around. So you're feeling the stretch in the left side of your body through your lats. And let's just hold here. Take a nice deep inhale, and a nice complete exhale. Maybe you can reach those fingertips a little bit further. And take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, walk those hands back to center. Inhale here, and then exhale, let's walk those hands over to the left side this time. So reaching them around as far as you can. The chest comes over the left leg. And feel that stretch in the right side of your body this time. Just allowing yourself to melt into this pose. Feel that stretch through your arm. Maybe you can reach a little bit further. And take one more nice deep inhale. As you exhale, walk those hands back to center, and then just walk those hands up towards your hips. And then we're just going to swing our legs around. Take those legs out nice and wide. Point the toes to the sky. Perfect. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, lengthen through the spine. Stay grounded through those sit bones. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. So gaze towards your fingertips as they come down to the mat. Keep those toes pointed so you feel the stretch in the back of your legs. And then just work through this pose. So with each exhale, walking those fingertips a little bit further forwards. Maybe the forearms come down. Maybe the chest comes down. Just work into that pose. And just hold wherever you are. And again, if your mind is wandering, just bring it back to the present. Don't worry about anything you have left to do today. And each exhale, just sinking into the pose a little bit further. Feeling that stretch in the hips through the back of your legs. And take one more nice deep inhale here. Exhale, walk those hands back to your hips. Perfect. From here, just bring the sole of the left foot to the right thigh. Take a nice deep inhale, reach upwards. And then as you exhale, you're going to hinge from your waist. And you're going to reach over with your right hand to your right foot. And you're going to reach over with your left fingertips. So try and keep that chest nice and open. So push that left shoulder backwards. And hold here. Take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. Again, bending that right knee if you need to. And take one more nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release the toes. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And then as you exhale, let's just take a little twist to the right. So bring that right hand behind you. Bring your left hand to the right thigh, gaze over your right shoulder. Open the chest, inhale. And exhale. Inhale one more time, exhale. Come back to center, take that left leg back out nice and long. And then we're going to bring the right foot in to meet the left thigh. Just let that knee drop downwards, point the left toes to the sky. Inhale, reach upwards. As we exhale, we're hinging to the left from the hips. Try and take hold of that left foot with the left hand. You can bend that knee if you need to, and reach over with the right hand. Keep that chest nice and open. Push that right shoulder backwards. Draw the belly button inwards, engage the core. Nice inhale here. Exhale, maybe you can sink a little bit further. Inhale one more time. Exhale, release the toes. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And then exhale, let's take a twist to the left. So bringing the left hand behind you. Bringing the right hand to the left thigh. Keep those left toes pointed upwards. Gaze over the left shoulder. Push that chest open. Inhale here. And exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, release. Perfect. From here, just bring the left leg in to meet the right. So we're going to cross those legs over how we started our practice. And then we're going to inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And exhale, just melt those hands down beside you. And then from here, just roll those shoulders backwards, push the chest forwards. And then roll those shoulders forwards. And then we're just going to take a nice few big head rolls, neck rolls. Just rotating that head around, being gentle, being careful with the neck if there's any tension in that area. Taking that head in one direction. And then taking it in the other direction. And then when you're ready, just bring that head back to center. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky. One more nice big stretch. Bring those hands together at the top. Bring the arms beside the ears. And then as you exhale, bring those hands down to your heart center. Bow your chin downwards towards the chest. Close the eyes. So push those thumbs into your heart center, into your sternum. Keep that spine nice and long. And just return to your normal breathing pattern here. And just take another moment to notice how you feel, but without comparison or judgment. And just take a moment to thank yourself, to appreciate yourself and everything that you are. And to be grateful for the time spent on your mat and all the benefits that it brings. And take one more nice deep inhale here. And with one big releasing exhale, lift your head and blink your eyes open. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your week.